The Warlock's stage: how predatory charisma weaponizes social validation and public trust. You trace the occulted architecture of institutional control, unmasking the psychopathic Warlock as the primary engineer of systematic spiritual decay. By dissecting how these entities weaponize administrative hierarchies to drain collective vitality, we expose the ritualistic subversion of authority, revealing the precise mechanisms through which predatory archetypes dominate modern global power structures. The intersection of malignant narcissism, psychopathy, and a warlock archetype, the one who uses spiritual or psychological influence as a weapon, creates a uniquely dangerous profile. This combination blends clinical pathology with a specific type of charismatic or occult manipulation that can devastate individuals and social groups. Here's an analysis of why this specific archetype poses a significant danger to society. Number one, the triad of malice. To understand the danger, one must look at how these three traits synthesize into a single destructive force. Number one, psychopathy. This provides the emotional vacuum. They lack empathy, remorse, and psychological and physiological fear. This allows them to harm others without the breaking mechanisms of the conscious. Number two, the malignant narcissism. This adds sadism and grandiosity. Unlike a standard narcissist who just wants admiration, a malignant one gains satisfaction from exerting power and witnessing the fall of others. Lastly, the warlock archetype. This represents the method of delivery, whether through actual occult practices, high level psychological technomancy, or spiritual gaslighting. They use hidden knowledge to create a power imbalance. Number two, erosion of shared reality, also known as gaslighting. A primary, a primary danger to society is the way these individuals fracture the truth. They often position themselves as the sole gatekeepers of a higher truth or spiritual authority. The mechanisms. By claiming to have supernatural insights or magical influence, they bypass logical defenses. The result? Followers or victims begin to doubt their own senses and intuition, becoming entirely dependent on the predator's interpretation of reality. This is the foundation of cult like dynamics. Number three, spiritual and energetic exploitation. Unlike a corporate psychopath who might steal money, this particular profile targets the essence of a person, soul and energy harvesting. In many esoteric contexts, this is viewed as energetic vampirism. Clinically, it is the systematic draining of a victim's self worth and autonomy to feed the predator's ego, in this case, the warlock archetype. Isolation. They frequently use spiritual doctrine to isolate victims from their families or support systems, claiming those people are lower vibration. demonic, or unawakened. Number 4, the chameleon effect. The most dangerous aspect of this profile is the ability to mimic virtue. The guru mask. They often hide in plain sight within spiritual, new age, or religious communities. They use the language of healing, liberation, and enlightenment to gain access to vulnerable people. Weaponized empathy. They don't feel empathy, but they understand it intellectually. They use this knowledge to identify the specific insecurities and light within others to more effective deconstruct them. Number 5, destabilization of a community. When such an individual gains a foothold within a community or a family, the social fabric begins to tear. Triangulation. They set followers against one another to ensure no one unites against the leader. Paranoia. They foster an environment where everyone feels watched or spiritually judged, creating a microcosm of a totalitarian state. Summary of the impact. Psychological. This induces complex PTSD, cognitive dissonance, and soul loss in victims. Financial. Systematic tithing or coercion under the guise of spiritual investment. Social. This destroys families and creates radicalized, isolated subgroups. And lastly, spiritual. Now, it corrupts the legitimate paths of growth, leaving victims cynical and spiritually traumatized. It is important to note the danger lies in the fact that their primary weapon, the human mind, is often used to make the victim a co conspirator in their own destruction. They don't just break laws, they attempt to rewrite the victim's internal, moral, and spiritual code. Modern global power structures are being steered by a dark intelligence that operates through institutional sorcery. This isn't just politics, it is a calculated subversion of human authority designed to facilitate deep systematic rot. We are exposing the psychopathic engineers behind this decay to show you exactly how your vitality is being drained by the shadow state. The most dangerous predators don't hide in shadows. They stand in the spotlight, fueled by your own affirmation, by weaponizing the very social bonds that keep us together. These figures create a false sense of security that blinds our critical discernment. Learn how to spot the predatory charisma that feeds on our collective trust. And if you did like today's video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.